This appears to be an animation of a black hole expelling gases, perhaps. An example of one of the many things that are not understood about space, about the universe. And an example of how everything is simply unexplainable. Science makes great efforts at explaining things and understanding things. And apparent benefits result. And at the same time, just looking around the neighborhood here on Earth, the local neighborhood, at the houses and the trees and the animals and the people, there's something about them, there's something about that, everything that is unexplainable. People think they know what they know and base their lives upon what they know. And yet, there's something that's just unknowable about it all. It can't be seen usually. If there's someone there, but once that one is no longer doing anything, everything that's always been there seems different, seems like it always seemed. And at the same time, it seems unreal. The neighborhood looks the same as it always has. And at the same time, if no one is there looking, it's just seen as what is, and apparently what has always been, and apparently always will be. And yet different. When it or this is doing the looking, Everything is the same as it's always been, and at the same time, it's different, fundamentally different. Something that you can't put your hands on, something ungraspable in its inexplainability, in its unknowable ability, its unknowableness, something just seen. And everything that's just seen is perfect in its way. It's perfect in its commonness, in its recognizability, and its familiarity. And at the same time, it's so unknowable. It's so untouchable. It's so ungraspable. It's so unknown. It's familiar. It's so familiar. And at the same time, it's always new. Every time it's seen, and even when it's touched with the hands, it's still familiar and unfamiliar. This supposed black hole in the picture here could be so far away that science may never be able to get to it. And yet it's being studied, being observed, so that it can be understood. Without knowing that all of the universe is unknowable, infinitely unknowable. And all of it appears to be just fine. The universe has no need to be understood. It just goes about what it does the way it does it. And everything seems to be fine. Humans on planet Earth are just riding around the solar system and everything seems fine. Without knowing.